Hello everybody, this is Pastor Kent, and I have today's reading for our Lamplight series to bring encouragement to you today, to bring us from a point of darkness into the light of Easter. And it's a short little verse found in a small little book known as Habakkuk in the Old Testament. And it's a passage, it's a verse that has always helped me in moments of reflection, moments where I needed to hear from the Lord. And so this verse is found in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1, and I'll read that for us. I will stand at my watch and station myself on the ramparts. I will look to see what he will say to me, and what answer I am to give to this complaint. There's four things that have helped me from this particular verse over the years as I've been looking for answers and trying to figure out what's going on in life. And there sure is a lot going on at this point in our world. And we need to hear from the Lord. Well, this prophet Habakkuk made this statement to the Lord that he was going to go and stand and wait, was the first part of the verse. Essentially, for me, this means that Habakkuk was determined to hear. Matter of fact, he came to the Lord and he asked him with a determined spirit, Lord, I'm standing, I'm waiting, I want to hear. And then Habakkuk goes on to say in this verse that he will stand his watch in the rampart. A rampart is like a tower. So I visualize Habakkuk climbed up into this tower and closed the door behind him. And he stayed there in solitude, really almost in isolation, right? Something that maybe we are being, not maybe, we are being asked to do here in our country so that we can better approach this virus in the way that will be helpful, right? And so Habakkuk, he stood on waiting for the Lord, but yet he isolated himself so there wouldn't be any distractions. You know, I think this period of time that we have right now upon us calls us to, remove ourselves, to distance ourselves. I think we can do that also by removing ourselves from the distractions of this world so that we might hear the Lord better. I want to hear from the Lord. I want to be determined to hear, but I also want to remove those distractions. So I see this as a great opportunity for us to have some times of solitude with God. That's a discipline the Lord has given us. We fast, we pray, we worship. There's so many disciplines we have, but sometimes God does call us to go into solitude so that we might hear from the Lord. So Habakkuk's determined. He isolates himself. And then he's going to look for that answer with a sense of expectations, because the verse continues after it says, I will station myself on the ramparts. I will look to see what he will say to me. He expects to hear, right? God answers prayers. We should go with an expectant heart. What's God going to do during this time? I think the church is being called for sure to rise up and to be a help in this time, to expect that God will perform a miracle. So that's my hope, that's my desire, that will take place. And then this last word that we get here says, and then I will answer. I will answer to the Lord what he will give me. In other words, he's ready to submit to that, right? So, are we determined? Are we going to have a time of solitude? Are we going to expect something to happen? Because God is the Lord who can do it all, right? He's that one. And then when we receive it, are we going to submit? Are we going to walk in pace, in step with the Lord like we've been called to do? Well, God bless you. Hopefully this has been an encouragement for you.